And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Number 58. Number 53. Mike 53. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now wins. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Let's get it.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie 2nd rounder from Penn State. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The first carry now from Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Wentz. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Wentz now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers now to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
And it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
53's the mark. 58. Wahoo!
Now it's Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 at the 19. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Hey, 626.
Jim.
Hey, Delta.
53 the mic.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nate Gary. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Check, 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 check. Check safety, check safety.
Jump out. Hey, orbit.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers again now. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wentz. He'll let this thing go for Sanders, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
All right, D, let's all right, D.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Brought down by Nate Gary.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And my goodness, another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Another run with Sanders. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 1st down, Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. On second down, it's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll run it with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.